Peter Attia, Andrew Huberman, Rhonda Patrick, all these people are trying to find ways to naturally increase lifespan. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 longevity supplements that we should all be taking. Let's get into it.
So longevity really speaks to lifespan, which is how long you live, and health span, which is the quality of your life.
I would say first and foremost, sleep is hugely important for health, right? You know that. You obviously know that.
Yes.
Right.
The number one thing for health.
The first one I'm going to mention is creatine, which can be important for all men and women, especially the elderly, because as we age, we don't do as much heavy lifting and moving around, and so muscle wasting is a big problem for those above 60 or 65 or whatever. So reducing the rate at which the muscles decrease in mass is very, very beneficial. So creatine is a great supplement for all ages and all people. Now, the other benefit of creatine is that it can also decrease mental fatigue and improve cognition. In this study with 45 vegetarians who lack creatine in their diets, creatine supplements improved processing speed, working memory, and intelligence. Now, as for the risks of creatine, a lot of people associate it with hair loss, but that is not the case. Those have kind of been debunked. It may already accelerate hair loss for those that are already predetermined genetically to experience hair loss. It may increase the rate at which you will lose your hair for those that are younger. But for those of us that don't have this genetic predisposition, our rate of hair loss or our hair loss is not going to get worse just because we're supplementing with creatine. So that is something to keep in mind when taking creatine. It will not make hair loss a thing for you if that's not a problem for you, if that's not a concern of yours. But if you are experiencing hair loss, you may want to kind of see if the creatine is accelerating that process by taking it for a few weeks or a few months and seeing if you notice any differences. But overall, it is not a cause for hair loss. There are also no long-term effects of creatine. It may increase your serum creatinine in your kidney function, but that's not really a cause of concern. You're basically just supplementing with creatine. It may, however, make you feel a little more swollen or bloated because it retains water. Creatine retains water in your body, so you will gain a few pounds after a few months of supplementing with creatine, but that's just water weight and will go away the second you stop supplementing with creatine. It's not fat. The dose for creatine is 5 grams per day. Now, the second supplement is collagen, which improves skin health. It helps with things like wrinkling, elasticity, dryness, and so on. Now, there is a difference between collagen peptides and protein powder. Collagen peptides don't contain all of the proteins that are good for muscle building. If you're more interested in muscle building versus muscle wasting, then protein powder, which is my third recommendation, is very, very important because leucine is an important protein for muscle building. So collagen peptides are good for skin health, whereas protein powder is better for muscle building and reducing muscle waste. It won't do much for your skin, however. For collagen peptides, you want to take around 10 to 15 grams a day. And then for the protein powder, you want around 20 grams per day. Now, you don't have to supplement with protein powder if you take enough protein in your diet. How much you want is dependent on what your goals are. So if you're a bodybuilder, you probably want 1 to 2 grams of protein per body weight. But most of us here are not trying to become, crazy bodybuilders or crazy, power lifters. So for us, around half to 1 gram of protein per day, making sure you get that amount per your body weight is very, very beneficial for improving muscle and decreasing muscle waste. So if you can't get that in your diet by eating, chicken, meat, or fish, then supplementing with protein powder is going to be very beneficial. I would personally split my protein intake between collagen and protein so that I get my skin benefit and I get my leucine for my muscle building. Now, the fourth supplement I want to go over are omega-3 fatty acids. These are very, very beneficial because they have a lot of effects on the heart. They reduce cardiovascular disease. But for the most part, a lot of the supplements over the counter are too low of a dose. They don't have enough omega-3s. What you care about is omega-3, not necessarily omega-6 or omega-9. So you want to know how much EPA and DHA, which are omega-3s, are in your supplement. 1 to 2 grams a day is good enough for us that eat a lot of fish throughout the week, maybe 2 or 3 servings of fish for the week. But for those of you that don't get omega-3s in your fish or nuts or something like that, then supplementing with 2 to 4 grams of omega-3 fatty acids is going to be more beneficial for you. Anything less than 1 gram of EPA and DHA does not really have any clinical benefit. There isn't really anything that's going to cause an effect in your life. It's not going to reduce cardiovascular risk. It's not going to improve triglycerides. It's not going to do anything for your health. So making sure you get an adequate dose is very, very important. So again, 1 to 2 grams a day is very good for those of us that eat fish. and 2 to 4 grams for those of us that don't eat any servings throughout the week. Now, the last one is a good quality multivitamin. Now, just like the omega-3s, a lot of multivitamin supplement companies don't have a good amount of the dose for each vitamin and mineral, or they don't have a good formulation, such as a good bioavailable formulation of that vitamin and mineral. So you want to get it from a good quality company, such as Thorne or Pure Encapsulations, someone like that, because they use good bioavailable vitamins and minerals and good dosing for those vitamins and minerals. However, they do come at a more expensive price, but at least they will be effective and optimize your vitamin and mineral levels. Now, I'm not gonna go over each vitamin and mineral separately in this video to say how much of the dose it should be or how much you should be getting in your diet or so on. I'll do that in a separate video. But again, keep in mind that it is different for each person depending on what your diet is and what you're eating. You will have different vitamin and mineral requirements. Now, a bonus supplement I wanna throw in is hyaluronic acid, especially for those that are older. This is beneficial, especially for the older adults. As we age, levels of hyaluronic acid in the skin decline up to 75% compared to young people. Orally taken hyaluronic acid increases the amount of hyaluronic acid in the skin, so it'll replenish those levels. And by doing that, we can reduce wrinkles, lead to more moisturized skin, and improve skin radiance. The dose for hyaluronic acid, depending on your age and your needs, is going to be around 100 to 200 milligrams daily. That's it for this video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.